Okay, I'm going to try to do this in one take. We'll see how that goes. So basically what I want to demonstrate today is how you should basically go about using Git in most cases. This is how most like workflows you're going to run into when you get your first like software engineering job um, and beyond. So this is kind of the general workflow, what you'll be doing maybe 90% of the time. Um, but first, before we get to that, just showing you this is a clean directory. I don't have the the repo that I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do is just go to um, hold on, GitHub here, and I'm going to hit code, and then I have it set up to SSH. I don't think you can do HTTPS anymore. I don't remember, but I always use SSH. So make sure you have that set up. Um, and then you click this button to copy this link, and then you go back to your terminal, and you'll just type git clone, and then paste the link in, and that should clone everything. Um, so now, if we look, I have the GitHub workflow explanation repo. So I'll go ahead and cd into that. Um, okay. So typically you're going to have a couple of different branches. Um, so if we look at the list of branches here. I thought I had set this up, but nope. Okay, so currently you only have master. So typically you're going to have a couple different ones. So I'm just gonna go ahead and create the QA branch or the dev branch. It's called dev in some, QA in others, right? Um, so there's a couple ways to do this. I think I'll just do the way I know for now. So git checkout dash b, and then you give the name of the branch. So in this case, sorry, I'll do QA. So now it created the QA branch, and as you can see here, we switched into it as well. Um, and then I think, well, let me just push. All right. So every time you create a new branch, you're gonna have to do this. So if you just type in git push and it doesn't work, it'll give you this that you can copy and paste. Or what I do is just git push u, and then origin head. So dash u is just the short code version of setup stream. And then you hit enter, and then uh, let me see. Hold on. Okay, I think it'll give me the same thing. I'm pretty sure if I just do this. Uh, Windows is weird when you copy stuff, so. Okay, so maybe it's not exactly the same. Either way. So now, I believe if we go back here, you'll see that now we have QA, um, and we have the default branch, which is master. All right, so that's the first step. You guys, the Kinsey students who are watching this, you probably already have this set up. Someone's already set this up, but if not, that's how you do this. Okay, so you basically want to treat master as sacred. So you only ever push to master, or you only make a merge request to master, sorry, and push it into master when you're sure the code in QA is working as expected, right? The reason is because there's a lot of times what's called continuous integration, and what that means is whenever you push to the master branch, there's some code that runs on GitHub that will take that branch and it will actually automatically deploy it to like whatever site you're deploying it to, whether that's Vercel or something like that for you. So only ever push into master from QA, or make a merge into master from QA if you know that if like the code inside of QA is ready to go live. Um, Hopefully I'm making sense so far. Okay. So now let's say you want to add some sort of feature um, to like your existing code base. And for this one, um, I'll figure something out. I haven't like thought that far ahead about this. I'm just kind of here to explain. So we'll do something simple like add a header that says like hello or something, but just to explain like the workflow. Um, so typically what you're going to do is, let's say you didn't just create the QA branch. You're always going to want to start by on the QA before you create the feature branch by just doing a git pull. Now, sometimes it'll say already up to date and you're good to go. Other times it'll like pull in code or whatever. And so, but you always want to do that to make sure that when you're making the feature branch that you're branching off the latest version of your QA branch. That way you don't have to worry about merging it in and stuff later. You still will have to do a merge, but this saves a lot of potential headaches down the road. Trust me. So then you're going to create your feature branch. So to do that, you would do git checkout dash b, and then I usually do like feat slash to, so it's obvious it's a feature branch, and then whatever the feature is going to be. So this is just what your branch name would be. In this case, since we're not adding a specific feature like authentication or something, we're just going to add a title. So I'll just say that. And again, git checkout dash b both creates the branch and then like switches you into it. So here, let's open up. I already have VS Code open, but I don't know if it's going to be the same code base. I don't think it is. So let's open this up. It'll have the source here. And then I always do this inside of VS Code. That way when VS Code closes, the app stops running as well. I think, oh wait, so I forgot. I have to, since I just cloned it, I'm going to have to do npm install. And I don't know why that crashed VS Code. That's fine. So we'll just reopen it. Okay. Give it a second to do its thing. And then let me double check. Is it React dev or start dev? Okay. So I'll do npm run dev and we'll see if this breaks. Okay. And I don't know why it's using this weird port number, but it is. So that's kind of whatever. All right. And you'll open and we'll see we get this, sorry for the flashbang, but now we have this nice looking Vite plus React thing, and cool. So it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to add something to this or take away or something. We're just going to change it, right? That's the important part. So I believe we can go to app.tsx. You'll see here's like the links and the logos. So let's just add something here. It's like h1 here, the logos. Just something simple like this, right? I think I hit Control W there. Okay, so if we go, we'll see now we have this here, the logos. Cool. So we've added our feature. Real simple feature, but it is what it is. So here, and this is like me just being a little neurotic, but I always like to start with git status just to see, okay, yeah, I've only modified source slash app. So now I can just easily do git add dot. There's ways to add, like, so the dot means just like whatever directory you're in, add every file in here to be tracked by Git. But you can also, like, if you don't want to add every file, you can do something like this, and it'll only add the specific file for you. But I usually just do this. And then you do the commit, leave your commit message. So add logo header. And then typically what you would do now, and we know that QA hasn't changed, but we still want to make sure, right? So we'll git switch to QA, and we'll just do another git pull. Now, since it says already up to date, we don't have to do anything, but let's pretend it doesn't. And actually, I might just go through something. Yeah, let's try it. Let's do something else. So I'm going to create another branch here in a second. So let's do git checkout dash b, and let's see, we'll do remove logos. Why not? Um, and then we're not going to do anything in this yet, right? So one thing to note is that before we're going to eventually take this feat slash add title branch and we're going to merge it into QA. And once we do that, we're going to come back here to feat slash remove logos. And then I'm going to show you what this looks like um, when QA isn't clean. When like the QA branch has changed from the branch that you from when you branched off of it with this branch. Cool. Hopefully that made sense. If not, sorry. We'll get to it. So now that you've pushed up this feat slash add title, or sorry, we haven't done that yet, have we? No. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, so now we just do git push, and it's going to give us that thing where it's like you can't. So again, you can just copy and push, paste that, or you should be able to just do this. What is the, hold on. Oh, does it have to be capital on Windows? Okay, sorry, that's it. And head has to be capital on Windows, but on Mac it's case insensitive, so it doesn't have to be. It's weird. You can also just instead of origin head, you can do feat slash add title. Head just is like, hey, this is the branch or the commit that we're working at, basically. You can also again just copy and paste this if that doesn't make sense. Okay, so now we've pushed this up, and we can go to the GitHub, and you'll see that when we come over to this repo, there'll be this thing that says has recent pushes 1 minute ago, and you can create this pull request. Now, unless you change some settings, this base will always be master, and you can switch that to, so you want to click that drop down and bring it over here to QA, and then you do create pull request, and you'll get this screen right here. So normally what you would want to do is you would want to take like this link and send it to Slack and say, hey, can someone review this code and merge, right? That way you're not just like merging your own code because you might miss something, right? You want just a second pair of eyes is always better. In this case, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, for sake of the tutorial or like explanation, I'm going to do this merge pull request. So we'll confirm the merge. Cool. So now let's close this merge request, and we've now added this header into QA. And just to confirm that, we can go over here. This should not still be here. Well, hold on. Oh, that's because it wants to merge into master. So you can ignore this for now. So go to QA, and then you can see, here we go, source 4 minutes ago, and that should be in the app.tsx, and you'll see here's the header. It's now in QA. Okay, so the problem is now our local QA, right? So if we look at our local QA, you see we're on the QA branch. However, the header thing is not here, and that's because it hasn't been synced with um, with the like upstream branch, right? So in order to do that, we're gonna come here and just do a git pull. And you'll see that right here it says, hey, we added one thing. One file change, one insertion, and now if we go back, we'll see that that's here. Okay, so let's go back. Let's look at our branches. It was remove logos. Okay, so git switch feat remove logos. And now if you look, that header is still not there, even though we branched off of QA. And that's because we branched off of an old version of QA. So when you create a branch, it takes the code that is there and basically creates a copy of the state that the code is in right then, and then creates it. And so even though we pulled the code even though we merged to QA and then pulled that updated code down, it doesn't affect this branch, right? So let's go ahead and just remove this, because that's what this feature is supposed to do. We're supposed to remove the logos for some reason. So we'll do that. We'll get rid of these because of squigglies. And then we'll say like H1, no more logos. Okay. So we can go ahead and get, so normally, so you can go ahead and git add, um, and do this, but when you push it up, you're going to see that there's some like, there might be some like merge conflicts or something. So actually what you want to do is, we've already pulled from QA, but again, this might be my neuroses, but I always like to switch back to QA. All right, sorry. So let's git add, and we can git commit, and then we can switch back to QA. And again, just make sure to pull. It says already up to date. Cool. Now we go switch to back to our feet, remove logos, and we're going to actually git merge, and we're gonna just say QA. So this is gonna merge QA into the current repo that we're on. So we do that, and you'll see like, oh, there's a merge conflict. So we have to, in order to complete this merge, we have to go and fix that. In VS Code, it's pretty easy. You see these two things. So you'll see head is current change, and then QA is incoming change, right? Um, and so we have to figure out which one of these we want to keep. VS Code makes this super easy. Normally what you would do is you would just like, say you want to keep the current change, no more logos, you would just delete this, and then this, and save that, and then that would be good. With VS Code, it's really easy. You can select one of these, right? So if we want to accept current change because we just want this no more logos, we don't want all of this, right? So we do current change, and that does that for us. Just to show you what else. If you accept incoming change, it'll get rid of this right here, and it'll keep all of this. So you'll see incoming change, and you can also accept both changes, and that'll put both of them there. In our case, we just want to accept current change. And you save this, and you go back to the terminal, and you can just do git add, or wait, hold on, let me see. Yeah, git add, git commit, and if you just do git commit, it'll open up in Vim unless you have changed like editors specifically. What you can do in this case is you could do :X, and that'll save and quit. And then now you can do git push, and the same thing that I keep forgetting. So you'll see that it pushes correctly. You can go to the GitHub. You can also, as you see, it'll give you this link here, which is super handy. So I'll copy that, and then we'll go here, and we'll go to that link, and it opens up the merge request. So then we'll, again, remember to always base master. It's the QA is the base. And you'll see able to merge, create pull requests. And you'll see that this says there's no merge conflicts, basically. You just hit merge pull request, confirm merge. And then if we go to code, again, ignore this. Just switch here, go to QA. And you'll see 3 minutes ago, we made a change to source. And if we go in there, you'll see, okay, now it's no more logos. So some of that might have been confusing. Again, this is like super quick first take. Well, I say super quick, it's almost been 20 minutes, whatever. First take, just kind of a quick explanation. If it is confusing, let me know. Let me know what questions you have, and I can create either a follow-up video or recreate this video to be to have like a better explanation, as I know what some of the questions are. So yeah, feel free. You can either like message me directly, leave comments in the video, put comments in the Discord channel, whatever, and I'll answer those. And also, if necessary, I'll make another video doing a better job at explaining. But hopefully, this kind of made things clear on the basic Git flow and how you should approach it. Yeah, cool. So that's it. Let me know if you like it. Have a great day.